Greetings, guys. It's Fancy, and welcome to Theories and Thoughts. Anya should be joining us shortly, but I wanted to go ahead on and start the show before we lose our spot. So, welcome. This is the first show of 2022, as well as the first show of season 3 of Theories and Thoughts. So we're happy to be returning, and we're happy to have you here with us. And God, look at those numbers, y'all. Like, so while we're waiting for Anya to come in, can you all drop in the comments where you are watching from? That's something that we want to incorporate this year because we want to know where you're from. I'm actually in Baton Rouge. Anya's gonna, well, she's in Dallas. So it's always good to know where you all are from as well. And that way we can also better fine tune our news. And we have a special guest that's going to be joining us this evening. Okay, I see Mississippi. Hey, Keisha Johnson. Let's see. Let me show some of these. I see Hilton Skinner says Las Vegas. Hey, TL Vernon, Louisiana. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year's. I hadn't saw you this year. Frederick Dixon in Miami. Okay. So have you all ever seen Theories and Thoughts before? Because these are some different numbers for us. I'm not gonna lie. But we were on break for the month of December. So that's why. Okay, we have Nassau, Bahamas. That's really awesome. First time I've seen that. Valentino Major, Barry Reed in North Carolina, Jermaine, what is it? Johnny Mae Wallace in Indiana, Trinidad, Tobago. Okay, hey Nigel Gray. Okay, another Trinidad, Lyndon Joseph. Okay, I see Cotillion Booker in Louisiana, Ricky Pulley in South Carolina. All right, thank you all for tuning in. I see Anya is trying to get in, guys. Just give me another minute. And y'all know, for those who have watched the show, Anya's normally like the news person. She does the news better than I think I will possibly do it because she's more excited about it. I see Sean Hook in Philly. I see Pablo Hernandez in Texas. We got South Africa. Wade Vermack, and I see Charlotte, North Carolina. So thank you all for tuning in. And tonight we're going to be having on a special guest, Shavon Carter, who is the creator of Relationships 101 card game. So of course, with Valentine's Day approaching, we're getting in the mood for Valentine's. It's the month of love. It's also Black History Month. So we're going to be celebrating us all month long. And then I don't know. We can also. I'm still trying to look. What else can I ask y'all in the meantime? Okay, I see Texas. Okay, yeah, I see you coming in from another device. Is that how you gonna come in? Okay, all right. So let me bring her in.
Oh, hey y'all, listen. You know how you be rushing to do something, and yeah. Hey y'all, hey.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna be good.
Okay.
I'm on my cell.
Oh, okay.
I even comb my hair for y'all. I ain't do no makeup. So, listen, my laptop decided today that it was gonna do whatever it wanted. It was gonna move very, very, very slow. So that's what happened. Hey y'all. Did you introduce yourself? I'm Anya. For
yeah.
those who don't know me.
Well, I think I did. I think I told you I was fancy when I first came on. We've had like a lot of people coming on, so yeah.
I know I've seen that. Hey y'all, hey.
Isn't this a good start to season 3?
Season 3 in here. Yes, I am so excited about season 3, what we have going on. As y'all see, we have a new segment. We asking who in the house, who here with us. Another new segment that we are introducing tonight is drop your theory or thought. So here's the thing. What is on your mind? That's basically what theory and thought mean. Theory and thought came from Fancy always says Fancy's thoughts. And when I used to do my blog, I always said my world in theory. So whenever we start the show, we're gonna find out who's in the house, and then we're gonna ask you to drop your theory and thought. So my theory or thought this week is taxes. I have to finally do my taxes, y'all. I haven't done my taxes since I had to do 4 years, 2018 to 2021. But you have to understand, my father felt ill in 2019, right before I was going to do my taxes for that. And then whenever I go to think about doing my taxes, I would just be like, I don't feel like dealing with it because I already don't like doing taxes.
Well,
So
well,
that's
I'm like, how you introduced me? I thought, well, no, that was the bookkeeper. I'm like, how you introduced me to the tax person and you and you ain't used their service in over 4 years. But yeah.
but he good, girl. I've been going to him since my early 20s.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
All right, so what's your theory of thought?
My thought is just that this is gonna be an amazing year. Um, I just see it in so many ways. It's like God's just giving me all these little signs, and so that's my thought. Just 2022 is gonna be amazing. I know it's kind of like in some ways because there's still so much craziness going on. And I have just I guess a close associate that's always like, yeah, this is gonna be the year. So and we gonna go into famine, and I'm like, I'm not trying to hear any of that. Like, like, look, listen, but at the same time, I realized like I'm not in the same place that I was in 2020 either. So I don't have to be in that fear. And that's something that I'm like really coming to grips with. Like I don't have to have that fear that I've always carried with me. So those are my thoughts.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
2022, of course we took a break for the first month. So what's been going on, Fancy?
I have had January started out like every January because the holidays and wintertime, like November, December, usually be very slow for us. And so January, I was kind of like iffy. And in my coaching courses, we set money goals, right? Like we broke it down so well from the year to the month to the week. And I was like, man, I really don't know if I'm gonna hit this goal. I was so nervous, but then something was like telling me stay positive, and like have faith. And when I say I hit my goal on Friday, y'all know yesterday was the last day of the month. So I hit my
Mhm.
goal on Friday evening. Like I was just so amazed. I actually exceeded the goal, but it just
Okay.
kind of helped like set the tone for me. And I really needed to see that because I had almost, I almost fell into that doubt. And that's just
Mhm.
something that that's the type of attitude I want to carry with me all year, like to ignore that doubt. So yeah, so that's how my year has started out. How about yours? Well, also just spending time with my kids, and I finally got my car back. Like, my car has
That's
been in the
good.
shop for almost
Appreciate
4 months. So to have finally have gotten it back, oh my goodness, like, and that
That's
was today.
good. I meant to ask you about that. I
Yeah,
meant to ask you about that, but I think during the break we didn't even really talk.
no, not really.
So I've been house hunting. That's actually what I went to go do today. I got off of work, and then Chloe was like, she's gonna go with me. We went out there before I was 5 minutes away. My realtor called me and said, this is a hard no. She was
Okay.
like, they had cracks and stuff. So I've been looking at pre-existing and new. So um new bills. I'm mad with my doctor. I think it's the person at the front desk. So I told them what was wrong with me, and and then they said, "Well, you need." I've been having shortness of breath. If you have been following us, you know I get sick. Yeah, I know I be on here horse. And I told them I've been having shortness of breath, and I've been having this cough. Well, they said, "Well, I need to go get a COVID test." I stopped right there and went got the COVID test. Then they're like, "Fax it." I am at home. I can't fax no code.
Right.
Can I email it? No, you can't email it. I'm like, look, I'm gonna find me another PCP if y'all keep playing with me.
That
So
is
I'm
such an
waiting.
inconvenience. Like, who still has? I mean, I know some people still have fax machines, but that's not even something a lot of businesses even have.
Right, and now you're gonna cost me. So when I go there, I'm gonna tell her, like, if I have to go to Kinko's and fax it, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna tell her this is an inconvenience for me. If I put together and had what I'm saying, if I put importance on it to stop what I was doing to go get that test, you should have. You know why I can't bring the damn test in when I come? I
Yeah.
already told you I've been sick like this for a whole month. I'm trying to look at the comments while you. But anyway, yeah. So I did that. Texas is about to have some snow. and some bad weather. Last year, if y'all remember, I was caught up in all of that. So this year, so on my way back, I was like, oh, let's stop and get something to eat. Then I had to go pick up my prescription, a prescription from my other doctor. Then I was like, let's go to the grocery store. Let's go make groceries. So I literally was flying in here.
Lord.
And then my laptop decided to do whatever it was doing. So yeah.
Well, I see Danae. I just want to acknowledge some of the comments because also we didn't acknowledge what they said were the thoughts or theories.
Oh, I'm
But I
sorry.
see Danae said, nope, get a new PCP. And she was saying they also need to update their system. And then also I see as far as some theories and thoughts, Mario McCorkle says to buy a new house. With you there, Mario. He tired of paying rent. That was a second.
Yes, me too.
And Cotillions. I guess Cotillion. Okay, Cotillion. We be nice to each other because I was wondering why you said move back home, but I guess that was that was a remark response to him. But yeah, can you see on the private chat on you?
I can't. I have the girl on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me tell you about Danae. Danae is gonna be she's on this month with us, or is it next month?
This month.
She's coming on. But let me tell you about this. You know how I be seeing people and I get excited about them and then I send it to you?
Mm-hmm.
So I seen her, got excited about it. Then she liked the IG page. Remember to go like the IG page. And then I said, you know what? She's a guest already.
Okay, because I'm like, Danae is my client, so I'm sitting here wondering where this story is going.
But you know how I see somebody on social media and I get excited. I'm like, oh, they're so dope. They this, they that. So I'm looking at something that she's got going on. I was like, oh, we need to have her as a guest. Then she liked the IG page. And I was about to send her a message and say, oh my gosh, we got to have you as a guest. And then it dawned on me, she's already going to be a guest.
Oh, okay.
But it's almost like your cover. You had told me about the cover. I forgot about the cover. I seen the girl doing something. I hit you. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do stuff like that. So that's what's going on.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead on and run our trailer, guys, because season 2 of Theories and Thoughts also deep dive also dropped throughout the break. So once we run that, then we're gonna return with our guests. So let me go ahead on and show y'all what we have been working with, and you all can watch Theories and Thoughts deep dive on Exposure TV Network.
Want to kill, like, okay, well, why are you here with me, you know?
Right.
Like, they start, we do need men, you know, and I had a chance to just talk to her and tell her, and she was like, well, you do it all this, that, and third, and I say, I have to.
Drop the mister, just call me Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Okay. Hey, girl.
I don't need nothing, no, sis. You don't need to work on nothing. Maybe this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because, so, Sam, what the well, thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Theories and Thoughts Deep Dive.
Hey, okay, y'all. Tonight we have Miss Shavon Carter of I can't think of it. What is it?
Walking in Wholeness.
Walking in Wholeness. Listen, why the commercial was on, I was supposed to have my card. And while the commercial was on, I jumped up and was like, oh, they up in here. And they must still be packed. And that's a shame. But we have Miss, thank you. Yes.
So, okay, I was about to say so we can see him.
We have Miss Shavon Carter. What you say, Quincy?
I was telling her to pull back some so we could see them better. Yeah.
Yes. And she is the co-creator of Dating 101. dating cards, y'all. And she's also the CEO of Walking in Wholeness. I've actually been on her show to discuss dating over 40. Let me tell y'all first a little background real quick. Shavon is my friend Patrice's friend. And I just was like, she dope. Patrice, tell Shavon I won't be on her. I won't be on her podcast. And I must have told Patrice that like 2 or 3 times, and nothing happened. So I got in Shavon's DMs and said, Shavon, I want to be on your podcast. So Patrice said that you asked her, was I cool? And she said, yeah, as you should, you know. And the rest is history. I was on there. I had a great time. Shavon has great conversations about centered around relationships. She has some dope guests. She talk about some dope things, y'all. And I'm sure she's gonna tell y'all all about it. But I just wanted to get out that backstory because I sure was like, Patrice, put me down. I said put me down. You ain't doing it. So listen. Shavon, tell our audience about yourself.
Well, first of all, hello, y'all. Hey, thank you so much for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it. I am Shavon Carter, the You Relationship Advocate. And what that means is I am passionate about all things concerning relationships, especially the relationship you have with yourself. So I love to help people create a deeper love relationship with themselves and with other people in relationships. So that's a little bit about who I am. I am the founder of Walking in Wholeness. I'm also the founder of Purpose Publishing Company and the co-creator of the Dating 101 card.
I'm curious, did you always like, what was it that sparked your interest as far as that type of relationship? You know, did you always have a healthy relationship with yourself?
Absolutely not. So it started with me. I was my first person that I needed to advocate for. So I had a series of unhealthy relationships in the past and a very unhealthy relationship with myself. And I was married and got divorced. And it was after that divorce that I realized I didn't need to jump into anybody else's relationship to be with nobody else's son. I needed to learn how to be with myself. So that started my journey of going to therapy and going to coaching and just really getting in tune with who I am. And so it's been a lifelong journey. I'll be 44 this month. And, you know, I've been on a journey ever since.
You look good, girl. Listen, let me tell you, I say when a woman throws out her age, she knows she looks good for her age. Because I'm quick to tell people I am 40. And then they be like, you do not look. I be like, thank you. Girl, I was rushing in. That's why I ain't get glammed up for you, but that's okay. So thank you. So on this journey, what are some things that you said? I heard you say therapy. I heard you say coaching. How long before you realized that you needed that? Because in the Black community, you know, people are quick to say, go to church. I don't know if you are a religious person, but they'll be quick to say, go to church. They'll be quick. Why you putting them people in your business? And when it comes to coaching, because coaching is something very, very, very new. What made you say you need a therapist and a coach?
So, you know, I grew up in the church, and so my grandmother and my mother instilled faith in me, right? And so I thought all I needed to do was pray, read the Bible, go to church, go to Bible study, and that would be enough. But I noticed how my emotions were still up and down. You know, even when I prayed and went to church and all those things, I didn't feel at peace within myself. And I would entertain the thought of therapy, but I never went. So it wasn't until a relationship breakdown that I decided to go, because I was like, what in the world do I do with myself now? And it's funny because I had already had an appointment set up with that therapist for couples therapy. And then I found out my ex-husband had cheated like right before that. And so I was like, well, I'm going to keep the appointment. So it was like a divine setup, I would say, because I probably wouldn't have gone. But I kept the appointment, and it was like, you know what, I need this. And I had gone through a coaching training program just to be a trained life coach myself. And I was like, in order for me to change my life, I need all hands on deck. I need therapy. I need coaching. I need a circle of sisters. I just felt like I needed a real transformation that I couldn't do by myself. So I needed every avenue. Whoever said they can help, come help me, because I couldn't do this by myself. So that's what made me do therapy, coaching, and, you know, other support groups.
I feel you on that because I have a therapist and a coach, and it's just so good to have that reinforcement. Like, you know, when you have those negative thoughts to kick in, to constantly have someone telling you otherwise throughout that time. That's
Yeah,
one thing I'm realizing.
Yeah. I
yeah,
am I have a coach. I'm about to start with my coach, but I do have a therapist. And one of the reasons why I've gone to therapy throughout the years and then I'll stop. But one of the reasons one time I did go was because of a breakdown. Well, I wanted to be a better woman for who I had, and I realized that I had anxiety, and I realized that I didn't want him to leave. It was like an anxiety of I need you, like, no, leave, stay here, and I had to figure out why did I have those. I'm trying to hold on to you, like you're not. As Tony Jones says, my man is not my possession, he's
right.
my mate. And when we start remembering that he's not my possession, and that's how I was treating this man, like he was my possession. And this was years ago. And I decided to go to therapy too. We are very big on therapy here. We are
I feel like
advocates,
everybody should go. It's so necessary. Yeah.
especially with relationships, because like you said, understanding your why and things that you do.
Mhm.
So your circle of friends, I'm always big on the type of people that you keep around you. So was
Mhm.
these people that you had already had a tight bond with, or was this people that God was just bringing into your world? I ask you that because I have people that I can talk to all the time. But I have only certain people I'm gonna tell about my relationship or
Yeah.
tell them what's really going on. And what's so funny is me and Patrice, we we bonded over talking, telling stories and talk about that. And our relationship is as much as that. So how did you get that group? So you got your therapist, you got your coach, and you said your circle of girls. So how did you pick who was gonna be a part of that circle?
Yeah, I really like to say I have been blessed with sisters in my life. So when I moved, I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, right? So when I moved here, I live in the DC area now. When I moved up here, I started work and started my career after college, and I met women there. So that was like one circle of friends. I just started to naturally talk to people. One lady was having a Bible study at work, so we just started connecting. She invited me to her church, and then it blossomed from there. And then I get to work and I meet other people, at work. So it's just like I just started meeting people organically. So I didn't have to try to find people. So I had a natural group of friends just from people that I worked with that grew into a sisterhood. And then after I went through my separation, I learned about a group called Real Women that was just starting. And this was in 2013 when everything broke down. And they were starting a group called Real Women, someone that I knew, Dr. Trinace Richardson. And she started that group, and it was about, getting real with yourself and personal development. I started going to those monthly sessions, and I've been going ever since. And in there is where I joined, and became sisters with a few of those, including her. She's one of my really close sisters to this day. So it's just like I just feel like little seeds were planted and just organically started to meet people. So I never had to just go out and search for friends. It just seems like it was just a natural progression of it based on my surroundings.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you was about to say something fast?
Uh-uh.
Oh, so when did Walking in Wholeness was birthed? When was it birthed?
So it started in 2013. So when I was going through the divorce and I was just trying to figure out what do I do with my life now? I didn't believe I was going to get married and then get divorced. So it's like, okay, what now? And I remember just waking up in the middle of the night and it just seems like that name dropped in my spirit. And it was just like walking in wholeness, like you're going to help people just learn to love themselves. And I'm like, well, how in the world I'm gonna do that? And I don't love myself. Like how is that gonna happen? But I had to go through the process. And so the more I learned that I just hated myself, I had so many insecurities, I had so much unprocessed trauma and pain. And as I started to peel back those layers, it's just like, a sense of self is emerging, and just this love and appreciation and joy and peace emerged. And then I started to want to learn how to help other women do the same. So it started in 2013, and it's just been, a continual journey from there.
I always say, and I use cancer all the time. A person who didn't have cancer can't tell. A person who was just diagnosed is probably not going to listen to a person who has never had it, opposed to a person who has had it, and they're
Yeah.
telling them that they can get through it. So that made me think of. I thought about that when you just said, the discovery of self-love. So when you tell your testimony and when you're talking to these women, you can just be like, well, look, I was there. I didn't have self-love for myself. And that's how I tell you that you can get over
Yeah.
this.
hmm
So that is dope. And so the publishing company, where did that fall in?
Yeah, so I have always been a writer. Ever since I was young, that's how I expressed myself through writing. So I would always journal. And I would say probably about 2010, 2009, I was working. I'm an auditor by day, but it's just, I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. So I started searching for like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And I just started writing, and it felt like I was writing to an audience. And so I shared it with some of my friends, and it was just like inspirational messages. And they were like, oh my God, this is so encouraging. And I was like, really? So then I started like a little distribution list, and I started sending it out to people. And then that grew. So I started just writing daily devotionals. And then that
Mm,
morphed into my very first book. In 2011, I published my very first book. And I had no idea how to publish. I had to do all this research. There wasn't a lot of materials out there to figure out how. So I found this book that was published that really walked you through the process. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to start publishing for myself, publishing my own books. But then I just felt this prompting that I needed to start publishing for other people. And so in 2011, I published my first book. 2017 was my second book. And then that's when I started publishing books for other people at the end of 2017. Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
we always looking for writers. So if you ever just want to write a short article or something,
Yeah, I would love that. I love it.
basically, I'm always trying to find somebody. I'm like, you we
That
always
just
looking for
reminded me
writers.
of that email. I don't think I ever responded to that. I'm so glad you just brought that up. But okay, you probably not gonna remember what I'm talking about. But okay. But
I know what you're talking about. Go
okay.
ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, are there certain types of authors that you work with, or like a certain genre?
Yeah, so it's Purpose Publishing Company for a reason. We really like to focus on nonfiction stories, people that have things that they have gone through in different areas of their life, so that we are a platform where people can tell their story. So it's only nonfiction. We like to stay in our lane. We don't do children's books or fiction right now. We have something in the works possibly for fiction, but right now we're focusing on nonfiction, and it's just really about helping people find the confidence to tell their story. We go through so many things, and a lot of times our stories aren't heard. So we just want to create space for that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So you have a podcast.
Yeah. So Relationship Talks is my show. We do it. I do it on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday, but it just, whenever we have guest lines up. And it's really about all aspects of relationships. We had Anya on the show talking about dating over 40. We talk about everything. We talking about life after divorce. We talked about just the dating scene. We have men, their perspective, just the whole conversations where women come in and ask questions of men. So it's a slew of things that we talk about. Everything related to relationships is what I love to talk about. And I post relationship scenarios on my page every day. And I just love the dialogue between men and women because I think that's how we learn from each other. So I enjoy it.
I'm gonna be sending something so Fancy can be on there because she need to come on there.
Okay.
Fancy's face, she's like, "What?"
Well, I am in a relationship. I think I'm probably in the most healthiest relationship I've ever been in. So yeah. So I
Nice.
don't know.
Also, I think it'd be good being a modern woman, a woman that's doing things and how she worked through relationships. I think that would be really cool.
But I have some crazy relationship stories. So yeah.
We
So
like
I
crazy.
guess
I think. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, okay, my question just totally slipped my mind. We can circle back to it because I can't remember what it was.
So these dating cards, okay, y'all. So if y'all know, I'm always there. I'm dating with purpose at the moment. I'm dating for purpose. And as I told y'all, Patrice and I have really grown to have this healthy relationship that we tell, I have a relationship with Patrice that I have with Fancy and with my best friend. Like we really talk about different things. And one day she was like, I told her I was going on a date with this one guy. He's actually a movie producer. And she was like, you should have had the cards because he don't talk much. He's not a talker and I'm a talker. And she's like, you need the dating cards. I'm going to get them for you. And I was like, Shavon, I have dating cards, girl. I need them. So she did buy them for me. So I didn't have, she gifted them to me. And when I went to Miami on my second date with somebody else, it was the second date with somebody else. I call it a second date because we had one date before and then he just invited me. Anyway, he's not my man. He's my friend. Anyway.
Hi, friend.
Okay. Look, I'm trying to get up in this chair. So I found them really nice. They were PG, they weren't raunchy. They were very classy and they had very good questions on them and things that you just feel like, so what did you think about that? So let me tell y'all. We had one restaurant. I'm pulling out every time we somewhere that we can stop and talk. We at the beach. I'm like, I bought the cards with us. I bought the cards. Here, you pick a card. and I think he enjoyed it. He also he said that he had bought some relationship cards from somewhere. And I see, somebody advertising now. And I actually hit you up. Somebody, you my friend now. I don't know if you know that, but you my friend.
It's okay. We could, we could.
We playing and stuff and everything. Okay, so this is what I do, y'all. I grab other people's friends. They become my friends. But with the cards, I thought they were really classy. They had questions that are common, but you wouldn't think to ask. They don't have what's your favorite color or nothing like that. But I think one of them was, have you ever cheated or something like that? So, Shavon, do you have a pack open that you can tell us a couple of those questions?
Yeah, so it comes in a bag like this so that you can carry them wherever you go and you can just pull them out. So we have 101 in this pack and it's scenarios and either or questions just to spark general conversation. So and some of this was created by myself and my friend Reggie. So we created these together because we wanted the men and the women's perspective. So some of these are real life scenarios that one of us have gone through. Most of these are. So like this one, your mate needs a home project done and secretly reaches out to their ex to do it. You find out, what would you do? And
that was one of the questions. That was a question that we asked, that we talked about. And see, with that's like a really good question to see where people's minds are. Yeah. Okay, let me answer. My thing is this: why you gotta do it in secret? Why you being secret about it? So that's we might have some communication breakdown issues because I'm wondering why you being sneaky. Because when you say secretly, I don't have a problem with you talking to your ex. That's another woman that you whatever. Fancy, what you say?
I would question the secretly part too, because I've actually had that to happen. One of my exes is like, and that's part, like, we're still good friends, but he's also really good with his hands. And so whenever anything breaks down, the first thing, I don't care who I'm with, I'm gonna be like, I'm about to call him and ask him what to do. And if you want to get on the phone, then I'll give you the phone too, because you're gonna be the one doing whatever it is he's telling us to do, or that's just me. I don't know.
But I agree. I just don't like the secret part. I don't have a problem if you still talk to your exes. One of my exes' mom is like, her birthday's tomorrow. Shout out Mama Henderson. Like, she's my heart, and you're not gonna be able to tell me I can't have a relationship with her. But just communicate.
Right.
Yeah.
Communication is everything, though.
It is. And so funny about this one. So it wasn't an ex of mine. It was actually someone that was a neighbor that I went out on a date with. And I needed my garbage disposal replaced. And so back then I didn't communicate very well. So I thought, well, maybe if I just didn't say anything and just get it replaced, then won't have to worry about nothing. So, and the guy asked a lot of questions and he was like, oh, you got a new garbage disposal? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, where you get that from? So I had to say, he was like, oh, I just talked to you the other day. You didn't mention that. So it's like, why did you leave it out? We talked about everything else. So it just made it seem like something more was going on. And all he did was change the garbage disposal, but it was just, communication was the issue.
Okay. So give us one more card.
Okay. Let's see.
And you guys can see how practical that question was. Like, that is a real life question. Communication is key.
Yeah. So this is a good one, and it could happen for real. So your mate gets a dream job offer in another state, but plans to turn it down because of you. Would you be okay with that?
I'm gonna say no. Because I know if the shoe was on the other foot, like, wait.
You ain't gonna work for nobody.
Well, that's true too. So I don't have to. Yeah, that's a very good point. But I wouldn't want someone to just, like, I know how passionate I am about following my dreams. So I would want someone that's going to be as supportive, show that same type of support for me. But at the same time, I would want them to be putting their dreams on hold because of me. Like, I wouldn't, because I don't know if I do the same.
I'm going to say, who makes the most money? Who makes the most money? And is it realistic? Because I'm always quick to say I will go move somewhere else because I have a degree in education. I can go work anywhere. I can go be a teacher anywhere if that's what I want to do. And my entrepreneurship stuff can go with me. It's not just here in Texas, but it will be who makes the most money and does it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
If it's their dream job, I definitely want them to have their dream job. So it wouldn't be okay with me. But again, communicate with me. Don't just turn it down just because you feel like I'm going to have a problem with it. Talk to me about it. I might say, even if you're going to making less than me, I might still say, you know what, we might need a change of pace. But don't just turn it down just because you think I'm going to have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
Those are some good points.
Yeah. So these things just help you to see a person's thought process and what would you do in this situation? It gives you a thought, an idea of their thought process and their way of thinking. Yeah.
So y'all tell us in the comments. I meant to say that. Y'all tell us in the comments. So there's two scenarios. So the first one is your mate reaches out to their ex for help with a home project. And secretly reaches out to their ex for a home project, and you find out about it. The second one is your mate is thinking about turning down a dream job out of town. How would you feel about it?
Yeah.
Because of you. So y'all tell us y'all thoughts on that. So what made so I know you said that you wanted to get the man and the female point of view. What made you say we need some cards? Where did that come?
I am such a creative. Like, I always have random ideas that just pops up in my head. And I think because I am creative, that's how my process is. And so when that idea came, I was like, oh, we got to create these. Like, it was just a no-brainer at that point. It just dropped in my head and I just ran with it. So me and him talk about relationships all the time. And so we just started jotting down questions and we would send each other questions. Hey, add this to this, and so I got together and created them and designed them and then got them printed. So
cool.
it was just a random idea.
Fancy, did we get any comments?
I see Danae said he wouldn't contact an ex.
But they like he ain't contacting nobody. Nobody, honey.
I know that's right.
And is you all's friend Patrice here? Patrice Jason?
Yes. Hey, Patrice.
How do y'all pronounce his last name? I'm just curious.
Salmon.
Okay.
Salmon without the L.
Salmon.
I'm like, dang, I was about to try to pronounce it and I just said Patrice.
Patrice and I went to high school together. We she's a little bit young. She's a year under me. But yeah, that's how I know her. But we will be doing some stuff, y'all. I'm talking to Patrice and Shavon, and we got some things in the works. I'm gonna bring you in on it too, Fancy. We got some things that we talking about doing, y'all, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And one of them has to deal with the cards. I actually took a picture with the cards in the sand. I'm gonna have to send it to you so you can use it for however way you want.
Yes, please. So we can add it to our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Yes. Y'all, the cards are dynamic. I'm telling y'all. I mean, only because I can only speak, not just because Shavon's my friend, because I used them.
Yes.
I
And
had
I
bought some
appreciate it.
cards from another company though. At the time I didn't know about Siobhan's cards, but I ended up getting the kind for married people. And this was
Mhm.
when me and my boyfriend first started dating. So I was so frustrated. I tried to contact them and they were like, oh, we're sorry, but so the car's just sitting in his house. But I think now that we've been dating so long, I'm like, well, but I'm still looking forward to using them because I am one of those type of people. Um, I don't know. I ask questions, but a lot of times I think I get comfortable in my assumptions. And so it's
Mhm.
good to have something there, to look at and actually give you some inspiration. So I
Yeah.
really love the idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
and I
you.
see Danae asking for the website. Let's run Siobhan's
Yeah,
trailer.
Shavon.
I
So,
mean,
Okay.
so while we're running your runner, we always do that. Tell everybody how to get in touch with you. Maybe somebody is trying to publish a book. I just thought about it because I'm planning on publishing here soon my own book after finish writing this other book I'm on. Um, Also, your podcast, tell them how to get in contact with you, sis.
Yeah, so you can get it. The best way to get in contact with me is ShavonCarter.com. That's where you can buy the cards. I forgot to put dating 101 at the end. I was trying to type it fast, but ShavonCarter.com. That's where you can go and find the dating cards. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Shavon M. Carter, and just all things and everything will show up there. You'll see, especially on Instagram, if you go to Shavon M. Carter, you'll see Walking in Wholeness link, and you'll also see Purpose Publishing link and the Dating 101 card. So you'll see all of those things.
Yes, yes, yes. And as she said, the cards come in a little pouch, so they're easy to kind of just have
Yeah.
them with you. They're easy to carry.
Drawstring, yeah, so that you can just take them with you, throw them in your purse, for women or guys, throw them in your pocket, just pull them out. And it's good
that's
for you're married, in a relationship, not in a relationship, with your girlfriends, with your guy friends. It's just good for conversations, period.
And see, I'm a talker, and something I don't know why I be liking to talk to men who don't talk.
Yeah, to pull.
the opposites
You have
attract.
some profound things to say when they do talk. Yeah.
Listen. So,
Mhm.
Shavon, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for making time for us.
Thank you.
We so appreciate you. Y'all get those cards. Tell us. Come back and be like, I used the cards. This is what I found. All those different things. Tell us about it. Tell her about it, and tell your friends about it. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you, Shavon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was good. Oh, we can't. We. Let me tell y'all, season 3, we got some heavy hitters. Y'all see Danae in the comments. Danae is coming on. I just don't know what day.
I think it's the 15th.
The 15th. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna go with that. The 15th. I don't know, y'all, and I'm the one who be booking people. I can't remember nothing. Anywho, I don't know what I was about to say. Anyway, my shirt says "Mood, it's above me," because baby, it's above me. All this is above me at this point. Y'all can find me at www.ladyceo.com. While we were out, I closed my boutique. Did I tell you that, Fancy?
Yeah.
I closed my boutique. I have a lot of things, lot of moving parts, a lot of just stuff. And I decided, in talking to my coach, she was like, what things, and I just wasn't giving love to my boutique as I needed to give love to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you need to contact me, you can contact me at ladyceo.com. You can find out things that I got going on. I have, if you're in the Dallas area, I have Painting and Sipping Pretty. That's going to be February 13th. The link is in my on my page. I'm gonna put it on my Lady CEO page as well. I forgot I didn't even put it on there. I'll be co-hosting that event. I also have I made a list. Um, Walk of a Woman. Walk of a Woman is something that I co-created. Well, I co-founded, not created. I co-founded with my friend Suzanne. Suzanne has been on the podcast. We've had to bring her back so she could talk about so we can talk about the Walk of a Woman. The Walk of a Woman is a group of women, and you had to just find your tribe. They have different tribes out there. You just have to find your tribe. where we just help women along the way. Where you at in life? I'm single, I'm 40. They might have somebody there, I might decide to have a kid. They might have a mother there that can help me through the process. Or, I found my realtor through the group. You know, you meet, and I can honestly say it's not cliquish. It's a bunch of women just, and I've had somebody say, this is so good. Everybody just talks to everybody. It's not cliquish. So you can join Walk of a Woman DFW if you're in the Dallas area. We're also starting the Walk of a Woman Sacramento. But if you are not in either of those areas, we are having a virtual meetup this first Thursday. We meet every first Thursday. This month is going to be virtual. And if you would like to join us just to see what it's all about, maybe you can start a chapter in your area. You can look on my page as well. The link to the Eventbrite is there. It is free. You can just come and be a fly on the wall, just see what we're talking about. So those two things that I have going on right now. So yeah.
All right. And for me, I am over the break, I created an Instagram guide for you guys, particularly for the Black woman who is showing up everywhere in her business, but not so much showing up on her social media, in particularly Instagram. So it's an Instagram guide, and it's free. And I have the link scrolling here, but I'm also going to drop the link in the comments as well, so you guys can grab your copy of that. And then let me first drop it here. And then we are also um in at the very end, because I had to think about it, because I know we've been saying like, okay, we're about to be done, but then I'll find some more space in the issue, and I'm like, okay, well, we can sell this as business card space. So we're having a $35 business card space sale. We will be ending tonight because we should be getting the last of the articles in tomorrow. So that, then we'll really need to go ahead and get everything submitted. So if anybody's interested in that, the business card space is $35. It comes with the free design, and the cards have been looking really cute. I've shared some in a newsletter. If you're already on the page, you can probably see those. It's like on a pink type of background thing. It seems like the link is not wanting to show here. But if anyone like to follow me, then you all can follow me at Fancy Swagger on Instagram. Website is swagger.net. I'm trying to pull up my stuff. It's just like taking me a while to get there. What else? Swagger Magazine on all platforms. Thank you all for following. And I think that is everything.
Remember to follow us on Theories and Thoughts brand on Instagram. We are Theories and Thoughts brand on Instagram. If you'd like to be a guest or you have a comment or a suggestion, you can reach us at Theories and Thoughts at ladyceo.com. Lady spelled with an I, CEO. Anything else? Season 3, girl.
Yeah.
Next week, guess who your guest is? Next week, we'll be talking about confidence. Some of you guys know, some don't. I am a confidence coach. And we like to bring out the things that we are. So Fancy will be interviewing me next week. Also, we have a woman journalist who will be on giving Super Bowl predictions. So you don't want to miss that. And of course, we'll have Bring Back News next week. We'll find out what your theory and thought is. And yeah, that's it. All right.
All right. See y'all next Tuesday at 7. Peace and blessings.
Bye, y'all.